Hi everyone, I know that many girls don't know what kind of gifts to get for a guy, so here are some great DIY ideas to do that because first of all, it's very inexpensive, you don't have a big budget, and also it is pretty last minute and simple to do. So the first project is a logo sweater. So take their favorite band logo or something like that, and you also need a sweater that will fit them. Mine is very thinly knit, but you kind of want one that's not at all because the paint will sink through way easier if it is. So here's the logo. I cut it in half because I feel like bigger logos are more fashionable than just a small one in the center. So I printed them out separately on 2 pages, and after it kind of looks like this, and I taped them together like that in the center. And then to create the stencil, all you have to do is take an X-Acto knife and cut out all of the details that you see. And my knife really sucks, so it took me 2 hours to do so. And you want to make sure that you have some kind of surface underneath your paper so that you don't cut up your table. Afterwards, when the stencil is ready, make sure that it's not crooked on the center of the sweater. And then you can tape it down on all sides to make sure that it is secure and it won't slide, because when you're painting, you never know what can happen that will mess everything up. I use fabric paint and a makeup sponge to just paint it on, and since my sweater is knit, a lot of the paint sank through, so that's why you want like a folder or a piece of paper in between your sweater so that you don't dye the other side, which will just ruin the whole thing. And so when I was painting, you can see that I'm pressing down on the stencil parts that are not glued down so that you don't paint over the lines underneath the paper on accident. And my painting was very blotchy, as you can see from the sponge, but it's because the paint kept sinking through and it just doesn't build up very opaque. So I recommend you to just let it sit overnight, and finally when it's dry like this, paint it again, kind of like that. But first of all, I want to fix my minor mistakes by coloring it with a marker, as you see, and then that just kind of fixes it up, especially from far away. You can't really tell things like that, even though up close maybe. Then I painted over the asterisks to make everything opaque, and that's it to the DIY. The next project is a cat mug, and you don't have to do a cat, of course. Mine is a ceramic mug from the dollar store because inexpensive mugs actually have lower gloss, which will help the Sharpie bake in with it better. The first step is to write a bunch of designs on a note card before you commit to it on a cup, in case you mess up and you don't want it or something. And then I decided to go with cursive lastly, and I first drew it on with a pencil. And don't worry, even after you bake it, the pencil smudges off very, very easily. Then afterwards, I drew on the real design with a permanent black Sharpie. And the reason I did black and not red or something is because I heard that colored Sharpies that's not black would actually fade. So I wanted to play it safe. It's my first time doing it anyways. And I'm also wearing gloves because, first of all, I look like A from Pretty Little Liars. Second of all, it's because you don't want your finger oil to get onto the design or smudge or anything like that. And I drew a little kitty cat. Afterwards, you have to go back and fill in any spot that just wasn't drawn on or something like that, because it will help it look darker after you bake it. I also drew on this little Christmassy plant. I don't know what it's called. For the baking part, put a piece of foil on the baking sheet and put it in the oven before you preheat it. You want it to heat up with the oven because sudden temperatures will crack the cup. So bake it at 425 degrees for 30 minutes. So if your oven heats up for 10 minutes, then you want to bake it for 20 afterwards and let it heat down with the oven too. So anyways, this is the whole DIY for the cup. I hope that you enjoy it and that the guy enjoys it too. Now this is a home decor. I'm not sure if any guy will like this, but this is very sentimental for relationships or something. I have a shadow box, and first, this is optional, but I drew a half heart onto a note card to create a stencil because I wanted an even heart for my photo frame, as in like I wanted a heart-shaped one. So I just hot glued it to the back of the frame, and then I took some glittery pine cones, and then I opened up my straddle box, there we go, and I put all of it on one side because it would be weird if it's on both sides. So then after you decide how they want to look, just hot glue everything to the bottom so it doesn't move, and dust off all of the glitter afterwards because there is a lot of fallout. Then, fairly easy, just put back on your picture, make sure it's not upside down. I did that though. And then afterwards, that's really easy and it's done. And so those are the 3 DIYs, so tell me if you like them or comment down what you think of them. Hi everybody, it's Annabelle. Thanks so much for watching this video, and if you feel like that these DIYs helped you get some ideas, then please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, because in the next day or two I'm releasing another DIY gift last minute video because I've been really busy because because I am moving, and that's why my room is super messy with boxes everywhere, and it's just very time consuming. So that's why a lot of my videos are late. I've been scheduling this for so long, and yeah, I'm uploading a week from Christmas. Alright guys, so comment, rate, and subscribe. Bye!